Hello, Libra. We are doing a love reading for you. Just wanted you to see how many decks we are using. And we're going to be getting some information. So we're going to be asking some questions with this deck. We're going to be getting some advice from this deck and a couple others. And then at the end, after we do a reading for you, we're going to look at your current energy with each of the other signs. So this is kind of more of a law of attraction kind of energy or reading for attracting your perfect love, getting into alignment, and getting that partner that you need, your next love, your new love. So our first card is an energy that you, Libra, need to connect with to align with finding love. An energy for a Libra to connect with, to align with finding love. And we have Seven of Cups. So you may have been feeling like that person just isn't out there. And Seven of Cups says, hey, there's a lot of possibilities out there. Cups energies is emotional. It talks about relationships, so that's great too. Even though in these cups there's a lot of different things, but it could be really different traits of different people that you could be looking for. Sometimes it's an illusion. The reason that it would be an illusion is not because those people don't exist, but because it's like once you start thinking about your values and what you want, and then comparing that to kind of like your checklist, comparing that to these, you know, what's in these cups, it kind of can then narrow down for you, like the mushroom cup is yours. I don't know what the mushroom is supposed to mean, maybe psychedelic? I don't know. So we've got, you know, a snake in one, can talk about change, riches, somebody who is like a homebody here, beauty here, laurels, somebody who has a lot of victories here, and then dragon, I don't know what that would be, love. But certainly, you know, there's a lot of possibilities out there, and just be open to it. And yeah, sometimes, so it could be either way that you're thinking like, oh, this will never happen because my partner doesn't exist. There's a lot of possibilities out there, or you're looking at the field as it were, and you're like, okay, there's way too many singles out there. There's way too many people out there. It's overwhelming. So yeah, there needs to be a balance in here, but I think the initial energy of the Seven of Cups is just kind of like, get excited about it. It almost reminds me of like this proverb, this old story. I know it's like shoe salesman, and what does this have to do with your love? But like the company sent the shoe salesman. I don't know. It almost seems like it should be back in the 50s. Their best shoe salesman to Africa, let's say, and he comes back and he's like, oh no, it's not going to work. We're not going to sell any shoes there. Nobody in Africa wears shoes. And then they sent their new young salesperson there, and he comes back and he's all excited and he says, you guys aren't going to believe this. Nobody in Africa wears shoes. Like, this is an opportunity for us. So it's kind of like, you know, really tapping into like that opportunity energy that, okay, yes, you know, this situation over here isn't right for me, but the fact that this person exists and is also looking for love, like that's a positive, meaning that your partner is out there as well, partner or partners, or but I think you know, we're looking for the one, right? Okay, so our next question is something that you, Libra, can do to attract love. What can Libra do to attract love? Because it's so much easier when they find us, right, Libra? What can Libra do to attract love? Oh, walk away. You know, this is kind of funny, just because it kind of reminds me of when I met my husband. He was all like, he was telling me things that he thought were going to impress me, and I just kind of was like, is that supposed to impress me? And I like walked away, but it was like things about how much money he made and things like that. It was like things that other women were like actually asking him and wanting to know. And when I was like, you know what, I'm not interested in that, and I went to like walk away, he like grabbed my arm. He was like, wait, no, because that was kind of his test. I know that was a terrible test. And that's when he really then wanted to talk to me. So walking away, it's playing here in my head. There's a old Diamond Rio song that says, love don't get nowhere walking away. Well, that's kind of like after you find your person, right? And you're working things out. But like, if you're exploring possibilities, and when something isn't right, or they don't have the values that you have, like there's no reason to force it. Again, you have a lot of opportunities, you have a lot of people out there. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be open-minded and be like, okay, well, I've never considered, dating somebody who had their own business. I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't consider that, but then be open to it. Or for instance, dating somebody who has a child, maybe, and then, explore those things. But if it's not right, you need to be honest and let them know and find what's right to you. The other thing that's interesting to me too, I think with long-term relationships, is feeling like you could walk away at any point. Like, not that you would, but that you could. And what I mean by that is like, it doesn't feel like a trap. And it's almost like, it almost works better that way, because when you both have an understanding of like, I don't have to be here, but I want to be here. I think that that works really well. So it's just the energies and like shifting that negative, kind of with that story that I told you about the shoes, shifting your energies and your point of view and the way you think about it. Like, yeah, I'm willing to walk away from this relationship if it's bad. And, if your partner has the same attitude, well, then, you always work to make it good, don't you? Because it's something of value to you. Okay. Question number 3. How can you, Libra, align with your love? How can you align with your love? And this is coming from a law of attraction perspective. So we're aligning energies, we're being open to possibilities, we're being co-creators with the universe and creating the type of life and the type of love that we want, and meeting somebody who has a similar values. So we have the 2 of Wands, and we have it came out in reverse, but I don't really feel like it's necessarily full reversal card, just because I just, planning may not be something that's your strong suit, and you might be kind of, I don't know how you feel about checklists. It might be something that it's kind of like, not native to you. I'm going to say like kind of foreign. But 2 of Wands is somebody who plans for their future. They're planning on this journey that they're going to embark on. Now for them, it is usually like something, a passion kind of project, something that they're doing, something that they're looking into. In the context of what we're talking about is, planning what your life will look like with your partner. And sometimes that's really kind of difficult, and I think that's why it's in reverse, when you don't know who your partner is. But I think that, there are certain like kind of what we were talking about over here in the 7 of Cups, expectations or things that you want. Of course, be open to those new things. Like I was saying, like you may not have ever thought that you would date somebody with kids, but you find out that that's a good situation for you. But there's still something to be said about you know, just having like a lofty goal of somebody who is going to love you as much as you love them, that kind of thing, versus being very specific, somebody who has dark hair and blue eyes, you know, or somebody who's never been married and you're, you know, in your 40s. That can be kind of difficult. But, you know, something that you kind of see eye to eye and that you are kind of going in the same direction with, still is this kind of like energy from you of willing to walk away. It might even be maybe a willingness to move. That's interesting as well. It kind of comes up. That could be, I don't feel like that's for everyone. I feel like that's something very specific. And if you've thought about it, then you can take that message as yours. Our fourth question is a way to make yourself more open to receiving love. How can Libra be more open to receiving love? And we have the Four of Swords, and it's almost just like, just sit back, relax, and let it come to you. Receive it. Let it flow into your sphere. A Four of Swords is taking a break. Don't get all worked up. Don't get too excited about it. Just kind of, I almost see like go with the flow with it. Not necessarily, you know, that would be more with the Cups energy here, because, you know, it comes out kind of in between those cups, and Cups energy is very flowing and just like go with the flow, not necessarily with Four of Swords, other than it's between the cups, but it's just kind of like relax a little bit, take a break, don't beat yourself up. Like what is yours. It will come to you. This can also talk about like if you're having a hard time with, I keep saying checklists. I know that's maybe not the most romantic thing to talk about, but meditate on that. Like, what is it like to the core? And if you never thought about this, it might be why you're not getting what you want. Like to the core, what does your potential partner look like? Maybe not necessarily physically, but what is important to you? What are your values? You know, and even sometimes like religious values are important, but you can find that in between like somebody who grew up with a different religion than you, but you have like the same overall feeling or value or life philosophy. So if you've never thought about that, it's time to sit down and think about it and kind of put that out to the universe. I love the like pray hands, but also pyramids. People believe that like the pyramid structure, and I see it kind of repeated here in the pray hands, is like just sitting and receiving information from the universe. I think that yes, we are co-creators. Yes, you can take an active role, but it's just kind of sitting back and I don't necessarily praying for the right person, but certainly putting out that right vibe. And if you feel called to pray, like, hey, God or Jesus or universe or angels or higher self, however you structure your prayers, this is what I'm looking for. Can you please come and help me find that? You might need to ask for help in that way, because if you feel blocked over here, that it's not moving the way that it should, then it's time to just sit back and take a break. Sit back, take a break, let the universe work some things out, and be open to different possibilities. Like a lot of times we have an idea that, okay, I am on eHarmony, for instance, so that's how I'm going to find my potential partner, but it works out a different way. And just like, that's part of going with the flow and being open to these possibilities and what can happen. And next I want to pull a card for why Libra should be confident going forward with finding their love. And this is a great confident card in what we're discussing. She's number 3. This is the Empress. She is somebody who's very open and nurturing and very motherly. She is just very creative energy, very loving energy, like everything and anything that you would want the ideal mother figure to be. And I think that, you know, she's really great here in a relationship because she would be like the perfect partner, this energy. If you're, you know, obviously a divine masculine, because she's divine feminine. If you're looking for a divine feminine, absolutely. So in this situation, like if you identify more with the divine feminine, it's becoming like this energy, so you can attract what it is that you are absolutely looking for. But yeah, when we get a major arcana card here, great confidence here for you, Libra, in your future endeavors. So we'll take both of these that popped out because I want to take 2 cards. And we've got She Who Persists, Jocelyn, Perspective, Defiant, Persistent. So even if you're taking a break, it doesn't mean that you're giving up. It's still being persistent, still going out. When I see this card, it so reminds me of my daughter because she gets exactly everything that she wants because she does not stop until she gets what she wants. I think part of the 4 of Swords and stepping back a little bit and the 2 of Wands and why it's in reverse is because you may not really know what you want, and that might be like where the 7 of Cups comes in and it's a little overwhelming and you're just like, oh, I'm ready to walk away from that. But once you like really define what you want, like don't settle, be persistent, get what you want. This 8 is going out and getting that next cup. He wants 9 cups, not just these 8 cups. These 8 cups aren't exactly what he wants. He's going out and getting that. And then we have She Who Doubts, Enid, fear, wariness, and trust. And I like that it comes, you know, this is the position that I wanted to put like there's the second card and it's coming out on top of this 2 of Wands. Not necessarily that I like that card, but it explains it a little bit, that, you know, a lot of times in relationships we do have trust issues, we do have fear, we do have doubt. I think that it's something that we can kind of wrestle with, and that impacts like our future and our goals and where we want to take something and where we want to go with something. So, you know, Enid just really needs to, it kind of is a little bit of clarifying here for you, that, you know, doubt is natural here. And I think we've talked about strategies to be a little bit more confident. Okay, very interesting. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. So very interesting. I think then your next love could be absolutely end up in marriage. I think you maybe could go to a wedding and find your next partner. I think when you are persistent and you really have put a lot of thought into what you want and you really embrace this Empress energy in attracting it, absolutely, if you are looking to get married, it can involve a wedding for sure. And one more of these cards for our Libra. What is another card for us? Advice, or what can you tell us about Libra's next love? Sometimes they fly out, sometimes it takes a minute. And then we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I think that could be where some of this doubt and worry has come from, especially if you have felt like you know, you're all in a relationship and it just didn't pan out. Like there can be a lot of hurt there, and residual hurt. And a lot of times we think we let go of things, and we really haven't, and they can hurt. I think a lot of this Four of Swords energy can talk about releasing as well. Like meditating helps you to release things. It helps you to define things. It helps you to know what you want. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. I'm just, leave that at face value. And this one wants to come out, and we have Twin Flame, your passion ignites. So sometimes I feel like these lovely labels that we give things like twin flame and soulmate, I think this kind of comes back with the trust issues with Enid, because sometimes I hate throwing that term out there, because if I tell you that your next love is your twin flame, then I feel like sometimes you're willing to endure a lot of pain just because you have this like really romanticized idea. Well, we're meant to work through these difficult times. We're meant to, So I have a hard time with labels like twin flame and soulmate, because like I said, I think it's an excuse to let somebody treat you badly a lot of times. So I think you really need to take that twin flame thing with a grain of salt. But because a lot of times we feel like this instant connection with somebody, and we kind of are looking like, wow, why do I know this person? It seems like I know them from a past life. And some, if you believe in past lives, I do. Sometimes you do know them from a past life, and they're so recognizable because they treated you badly, and they're going to continue to treat you badly. So definitely, I love the idea of twin flame. I love the idea of soulmate, but don't get so wrapped up in it that you're willing to let somebody treat you badly. So that's just my thing for you, Libra. I just think that when twin flame comes out, like, it just means that there's a lot of potential here, but don't let the potential overshadow reality. Always keep this 8 in Cups in mind, that you're willing to walk away if you're not being treated the way that you want to be treated. And I think that's why we have that Four of Swords, and that persistence is always going out and finding, defining really what you want, and defining what you want, and you meditating on it so that you know that it's coming like deep inside your soul. So Libra, your energy with yourself or another Libra right now is Four of Swords. I like that it came out kind of like as a confirmation, because you got Four of Swords in your initial reading. And then with your Gemini energy, we've got Seven of Pentacles, which is very lovely. And then Aquarius, we've got Three of Swords reversed. So let's start off. First of all, I want to talk about Swords energy. Swords so much relates back to you. It relates to all of these signs. Swords is air energy. So I'm not surprised to see 2 Swords cards out here. Four of Swords for you. We already had a Four of Swords. We already talked about being gentle with yourself and being gentle, meditating, letting go of negativity, just taking a break. Like, if things are overwhelming, take a break. It's interesting that in this particular Four of Swords card, I love that she's got this little heart here. Like, you can just walk away and let things be for a minute if you need to take that break. Advocate for yourself. And this could be just, this card can just be talking about you. A lot of times in these readings, it has been talking about you personally, like your relationship with yourself, but it can also be talking about your relationship with other Libras, that you just need to be kind with them and them with you, kind words, and don't expect too much. Just take a little break. Your relationship with Gemini right now looks like it was really good. It looks like there's a potential for a lot of growth. There's a potential for a lot of like, if this is somebody that you've known for a minute, a friend, family member, like you've planted a lot of seeds. There's a lot of roots here, deep roots too. It looks really good. And it's growing and really becoming something beautiful. Seven of Pentacles sometimes talks about like, well, waiting. So, but you're waiting for something to grow more. Like you've put in a lot of time and a lot of energy, and you might be waiting for it to be even bigger than it is. But if it is something that you're just starting with Gemini, when you're just starting a relationship with Gemini, and we have the Seven of Pentacles here, especially in this one, where we've got roots right away. Again, like I kind of feel like they could feel like you've known them for a while, because the roots are pretty deep, like right away. And it has, like I said, a lot of potential. It feels good. Aquarius doesn't feel so good. We've got the Three of Swords in reverse, but I think it's getting better. Three of Swords talks about a broken heart, miscommunication, but something like that just like hits you the wrong way and really kind of hurts you. I feel like give Aquarius a chance, give them a shot, let them explain themselves, or you may need to explain yourself to them. This could be their broken heart. If you are, like if Aquarius is your ex, it's certainly like time to release that negative energy. We talked about that a little bit in your initial reading. And, forgiveness is really great. If this is a friend, it could just be like a miscommunication with them where you felt left out or they felt left out, and you might need to go back and mend a little bit of fences. Same with a coworker. You went to lunch with somebody else and they wanted to go with you. It could be like little things like that up to a huge breakup, if, like I was saying, if it's your ex. So just with Aquarius, be kind, be careful, almost like with yourself. Really send that loving energy, that forgiveness energy out to them, and things will improve. All right, Libra, let's look at relationships for you, and let's do some fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. See what your relationship with energy right now between you and Aries is. You and Leo, Libra and Leo, Libra and Leo. Okay. And Libra and Sagittarius. Libra and Sagittarius. Libra and Sagittarius. Woo. Okay. Okay, so interesting. We've got you and Aries right now. We've got the King of Pentacles, Leo, and you. We've got 10 of Cups reversed, and Sagittarius, we've got 4 of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like of the 3 fire signs, your best bet, or your where things are the best between a relationship right now, is you and Aries. Not that, it's not going to be terrible forever. I wouldn't even say terrible. With the other 2, we just have some energies that, we need to work through. Aries, though, it could be, we've got the King of Pentacles. He's somebody who controls money, or controls the physical world, physical things, assets. Sometimes the King of Pentacles, like, I wouldn't necessarily say it is a necessarily a balanced relationship, but somebody seems to be in command here. Somebody seems to be in control. There's a difference between taking control and being controlling, and I don't really see controlling, but certainly taking control. Somebody might be a little bit older, and it may not even be a love interest. I might be describing like your boss situation, or even like your father, but a lot of masculine energy coming here from Aries. I mean, even in this King of Pentacles cards, Pentacles don't necessarily relate to fire signs, they relate more to earth signs, but we've got a lot of red, which is Aries, relates to Aries and fire. So certainly some passion, maybe undercover between you and Aries. Somebody taking control. This would be like somebody, like, I'm just seeing like directing you a little bit, not necessarily in a negative way. And again, like if this is a relationship, it just could be like not necessarily uneven, but somebody that stands out to be more of taking care of the finances. Could be you taking care of the finances for Aries, Aries taking care of the finances for you. I'm just like, if you were in a long-term relationship with them, it's not necessarily balanced in that way. And there's a lot of relationships that are like that somebody does all the books, or somebody takes care of all those things. If that's the type of relationship that you like, that's kind of what the energy is like here with Aries right now. But they could be a confidant, somebody who gives you direction, because I'm really feeling like, when you're walking with somebody, but they put their hand on the small of your back to kind of guide you. It's like a gentle guiding, very loving guiding. And, in that situation is very physical, but it could be that, they are giving you information or helping you with something. So, very good right now. Between you and Aries, and very like caring, even though it's not overtly caring, is interesting. So Leo, it doesn't seem like we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse. It doesn't seem like you're necessarily on the same page as Leo at the moment. Like your long-term goals would be something completely different. I talked to you about being open to the idea of children, or dating somebody who has children, and maybe that's something that you thought has been a deal breaker. You might, it feels like this is initially, whatever is going on with Leo is something that you never thought that you would be interested in. You might want to give it a chance. It could work out really great, because the initial energy is like, I don't think so, but you might want to give Leo another shot or another chance. Somebody in a work situation or family situation or friend situation, they just have different goals than you right now, and that's okay. I mean, that happens. I mean, everybody has different goals. For searching for your perfect partner, of course you want to get on the same page, but you can't expect that when you first meet someone. So it might be worth the investigation here with Leo, but initially it might be kind of a turn off. And Sagittarius, we have Four of Pentacles reversed. This, I think, is actually more positive in this situation being reversed, because Four of Pentacles is somebody who is kind of in a lack mindset. They're really holding on to everything that they have, and they're not willing to budge or move. And they're not, it would be kind of almost like a hoarder. It wouldn't necessarily be the funnest relationship to be in. When it's in reverse, it is they're changing their mind, or you're changing their mind. There could be movement here. Certainly worth investigating. Not anything that you just understand that they could budge, but when you initially see them, they might be kind of stuck on something physical. And you kind of have to decide like how stuck they are and how willing they are to move. And I feel like moving would be important for the future between the two of you. All right, Libra, let's talk about you with some earth signs. So we've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Chariot with Taurus, nice. Virgo and Libra, Virgo and Libra energy. Ace of Pentacles reversed with Virgo, and oops, just one card. Capricorn, Libra and Capricorn energy, just one card. Here we go. Ooh, okay, Page of Cups with Capricorn. Very interesting here with the earth signs. I think that earth signs complement air signs very nicely, and these cards kind of show that. So Taurus, you know, it really could be a lot of movement here in a very nice direction, moving in the same way. The Chariot talks about, sometimes it talks about decisions, but I feel like, you know, it's part of standing in your energy, part of standing up. Either you are or Taurus is, and taking control of a situation and moving together. Work situation, very well. Working together, very well. It's kind of like they compliment you, you compliment them, you're very much understanding. You know, even a romantic situation too, that you guys are able to work together to move in the same direction. We've got two horses here, and we have this person that's kind of directing them. But it's, you know, we're going to get it. Blah. We've got to get the horses on the same page and working together to move in the right direction. I think Taurus is very much, you know, very tenacious, but work energy, certainly willing to get down there, get dirty, get the job done. And they might inspire you to work on something as well. And that is, you know, that's great. That's great from any direction that we look at it. So lovely energy with Taurus. Virgo, we've got Ace of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like Pentacles relate to these earth signs. I feel like something is stalled with Virgo. It almost feels like it's on their side. So if you're trying to grow something with Virgo, specifically like here, this talks about growth. It's a new beginning, a new seed being planted. Things aren't really growing the way that they should, or things are withering. I think it needs to be watered in some way, but I feel like it is Virgo putting up a boundary between you for some reason, and it could just be all about them and their energy right now. So you know, when that happens, like, they need to go and do their own thing, and they might need just a break from you. You got a lot of Four of Swords energies about breaks as well. So it feels like it's like, let Virgo be for a minute and see what happens. And then we have Capricorn. Lovely. Page of Cups. This is in a new journey, a new emotional journey, where anything is possible. Great possibilities here. We even have pigs flying. It's a lot of, like, you meet them, is very inspiring. It could go anywhere. Obviously, you know, you need to put in time and energy and effort and communication and stuff like that to get it to go the direction that you want. But off the bat, very open and willing for both of you guys to work together and go somewhere from here with that energy. So yeah, lots of movement between Taurus and Capricorn in you. Virgo, just taking a break, not so much. So let's get our water signs out. Our Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's see, between you and Cancer, Libra and Cancer energy. Libra and Cancer. What do we have? One card for the energy between Libra and Cancer. One card. Oh, we'll take the Five of Cups. Reversed. That's good. Okay, Libra and Scorpio. Let's get myself situated. Libra and Scorpio. Okay, interesting. And Libra and Pisces. Libra and Pisces. Libra and Pisces energy. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, so with Cancer, we have 5 of Cups, but reversed. And I think this is more positive in reverse. I'll show it to you what it looks like upright. We've got 5 of Cups here, really just pouring things out, letting them go down the drain, kind of in a little bit of a misery aspect. Not really seeing any positives here. Certainly glass is half empty kind of mentality. When it is in reverse, I feel like, you know, this is, I said down the drain, so this is kind of like a spiral downward. It feels like if you've had some past complications with Cancer, or initially if you have like a complication with Cancer and they're kind of like a Debbie Downer, or it's a friendship and they haven't really wanted to do anything, or, you know, it's a connection that you've made and they haven't really wanted to go out or do anything with you, that right now, like that energy can shift, the energy can change. It might initially be kind of like I don't know, and then you're like, yeah, you should come out, we'll have a good time. And you're right, you will have a good time, because it's a shift in this a little bit of negative energy. So to the positive. Scorpio, we've got Queen of Swords reversed. Scorpio, could be some difficulty communicating with them right now. If you are watching this video, this is a timeless video, but if you're watching it close to when I upload, right now we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde, and which rules communication. Communication can be strained, communication can be difficult. Not only just in the words that I say to you, or the words you say to me, or the words you say to Scorpio, or the words they say to you, it can be strained in, like, it's such a weird phenomenon, even like emails or text messages, like things don't get delivered, technology is a little bit more difficult, that it just isn't flowing the way that it should. You are Swords energy, because that's air energy, so that that's your sign is ruled by that. And I think that you can stand up and maybe take initiative with your conversations with Scorpio, but understand that it could be really restrained. They could also be keeping something from you, or you keeping something from them. It doesn't have to be something big, but if you have like this inkling that they're not telling you the whole truth, maybe they're still kind of fixated on their ex, maybe they're still kind of going out with their ex, maybe they're not, and that maybe they're not completely broken up. If this is a work situation, they may not be telling you the full scope of a project that they're working on with you, because they want to maybe take credit for the entire thing. So understand that could be a little bit of underhanded dealings going on with Scorpio, and that's just because the Queen of Swords is in reverse. She creates communication, and there's something then when she's reversed that it's stalled out. She can be kind of like the Queen of Mean when she's reversed. So you know, it could go wrong very, very quickly and very easily with Scorpio. So just understand that, because if you know what the energy is, then you know not to take it personally, or you know when you get that feeling like, oh, you know, they may not be being truthful with me. The likely they're not, and trust your intuition on that. And then we have Pisces over here. Look at this, the wheel. There's a ton of possibilities with Pisces. The wheel can be kind of a chaotic energy. It could be very cyclical. Sometimes the wheel turns to your advantage. Sometimes it turns in a different way. When you think of like the Wheel of Fortune, the game show, when you spin that wheel, sometimes you get, you know, $1,000 and you get all the letters, and that's really great. Sometimes you get bankrupt, right? So it's kind of like a spin of the wheel with Pisces. It could be really karmic connection between them. I feel like with the wheel, I feel like when you know this and you understand it and you understand cycles, that it's easier to, when the wheel is turning against you, to understand that it's just a cycle and it's going to be a little bit before it turns for you. Sometimes we can even stand up and spin it the way that we want to because we understand that it's at play and out there. Oh, and that is what I have for you, Libra. So I've been doing this because I get on a roll and I'm like, I want to read some more, but that's all the cards or all the things that I have planned for you. Libra. It looks really interesting and I hope you have a fantastic day and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you.